Yes. Okay, Armin. Eight one eight. 425. Okay.
Hello?
Hey, Armin. My name is Christian. I got your telephone number from your tenant here in Cathedral City. I'm with All Valley Air. Yes, just a quick update on what's going on with the system. So I do see that we were here for a previous leak repair. Now that everything from the previous repair is still good, but you have a bad fan motor on your equipment here, and also you also have a voltage up dual capacitor. So it's two parts in total. I believe I do have that, but I just need to know if you're going to give me approval to repair that. Do you want to hear more or less a cost?
Okay, so it does not need the Freon.
No, you're good on refrigerant, but the problem is that it
So now it's something else altogether.
yeah, it's something else altogether.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's,
okay, and so this motor fan is okay, and parts and labor tonight would be how much?
let me just give let me get that for you right now, okay?
Okay.
It is, okay. Let me see. I gotta climb up here. Oh, let me get down here.
So right here, I am just making sure I get a correct price for the homeowner for this tenant, and that involves looking up prices on the house call ProUp, which is what the company uses, and just getting approval on site for any repairs. This was again after hours, so just wanted to make sure this is what they wanted, and they make sure they can agree to the price before any work is done. That way you're covering yourself before anything is done.
Right. Awesome. And then you already are aware of the estimate presented to you for the unit, correct?
For a new unit?
Correct, yeah, you're already aware of that?
Yes, Robin, I guess. Is she the one in the office?
Okay, yes.
She had sent me one after the last visit a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So yes, and I hadn't decided, and now something else is wrong.
That's okay.
So
I'm pretty sure they can get you a good price on it if you do decide to go in the future, in case this unit does have any more issues, which is what I would recommend to consider further down the line.
Okay.
Let me give you cost. In total, it's going to be $938.40, and that's just to replace it. That is not the included cost with today's visit. Let me give you an overall total price.
Okay, can you hold on one quick second?
Not a problem.
Okay.
Of course.
So here I'm just discussing the price with the homeowner for the repair, and then also there was a previous estimate already submitted to replace the unit itself. One of our other technicians had already come here for a leak in the coil, so patched that up, repaired that, and
so the total for that part replacement,
fortunately he was on call
service visit for
time, and we got to change out this condenser fan motor. And it was very dark. Took me a while because I had taken everything apart, assuming I would find a leak in the coil, but this is what happens. This is part of my after-hours service call here. Hopefully you can still hear it.
I would definitely, yeah, that sounds like a really good deal, actually.
Okay, so then they will bill me, or do you need my credit card?
I believe they will bill you, because I wouldn't want that sensitive information.
Okay, yeah. And they know me, so I'm good for it. Okay.
Of course.
Okay, well, Christian, yes, please go ahead, and you have my authorization to proceed with the repair.
Okay, beautiful. I appreciate you taking my call and always giving us a call and allowing us to service you.
Thank you for working late and for being on call when we need you. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll get started, and we will send you an invoice as soon as the service is complete.
Great, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Good luck with that. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on it now.
I would definitely say that one thing that is difficult is talking to tenants that don't own the property. They do have some sort of right of, at least getting their equipment where they pay for, fixed, but as far as, pricing and all that stuff and what that is strictly homeowner information, it's, it's not really in their right to know all that. So I try to be nice, but sometimes you cannot let out too much information because you never know what may happen. So here I'm just making sure I can get all the right things and go along with the repair.
Not really. Use some zip ties. This baby. This baby. I gotta pull it down after.
I also brought up the water hose because I was gonna wash the coil after I was done, just to make sure this compressor doesn't play any tricky games on me after I'm servicing it and everything. So that's probably later on, but you'll see the camera does cut out eventually after this repair.
No minutes. More soup. Just messing up my thing here.
I had actually got my service wrench caught, and it kind of messed up this side of my service wrench. Once I took it off and put it on the other one, it was a little tricky, but you know, I got it done. I don't know about you, but the one thing I really hate is a rusted up shaft. It is like the worst thing to do when all you gotta do is change out the motor, and you need those extra 2 to 3 steps, and that actually is the majority of the video. That's why it took so long. I had to get this fan blade off without breaking it, and so you'll see what I do to get it out, and I believe it took me most of this time that I was there on this call getting this fan blade off than actually putting it back in.
I thought I could have them. Let me go grab it. Should have it in small bag somewhere. Oh yeah, these. Jump. Oh yeah, that is gonna fly off. Let me just grab. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to grab this to get something off the motor. I'm sorry.
Here the renter was just checking up on me, making sure I was not doing anything sketchy, not working. So they're doing their due diligence, making sure I'm not fooling around, taking longer than I should. And as you can see, I was just making sure I have the right things to do the job for the tenant there, and get them cooling, because it's definitely not comfortable living inside a home that doesn't have any AC. So on one part, I'm doing my job, trying to get this unit back up and running. The tenant is doing their job by supervising my work. I probably should have sanded down the shaft. I was just trying to get in and out of here, and the lack of prep and the lack of I would say a socket set, having everything ready, to not take any longer than I should, really made me not change this motor as efficiently as possible. But sometimes you don't think when you're doing these motors. You're just kind of like, all right, let me just grab this, got this, it shouldn't be too hard, and it just makes it take that much longer. I know there's a couple of different extractors for the situation that I'm in right now. I probably should look into some because I definitely don't want to be running into this problem again. The good thing is that the remoter that I replaced it with is very reliable. Obviously, it is very dependent on who installs it. But for the most part, I really like the rescue motors. I like them a lot. They're pretty good and pretty good quality. So, as you can see, I'm just struggling here with my adjustable wrench and this very cheap Lowe's brand channel lock. So I just used what I had and did the best that I could. But let me tell you, it was very difficult and it took a lot longer than it should have. And so I most likely need to buy a better quality or a more durable, reliable, extractor, just to save on time. Luckily, it wasn't too bad outside. It's pretty shaded and it's in the evening. The heat wasn't that bad at this time. Right now it's killer. It's so humid right now, but it just it will affect you long term. The longer you're up on the roof, just makes things a little worse. Anyway, I need a new fan pulley extractor or a little, fan blade extractor. I need to buy one. Any recommendations? Just throw them my way. Yep.
Holy fuck. Do I have an extra fan blade somewhere? I think I do. Let me check. Actually, fuck, no. I thought I had an extra fan blade. Somewhere in here. I just crazy. I was probably more just crazy. An extra fan blade. That's a show. Nope. I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. That's a 3/4.
So here I decided to bring up the the wrench with the socket and the WD-40. I was really struggling at this point, I'm not gonna lie. This sucked a lot. Don't be dumb like me and don't prep. Yep, I had to bust out the sandpaper. Oh man, sometimes you just think you have it easy and then you end up doing it the hard way, plus more. And this is why prep work is important. Honestly, I really should have not been stubborn with the prep work for pulling out this motor.
almost down. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, kick him up now. Almost done. Beautiful. Oh yeah. Alright.
I don't think I've broken a fan blade before, but if I was going to, it would have been on this motor right here. I was pushing out all my force and strength to get this thing off, and once I did, I was like, damn, this is barely the first hill to overcome. I still had to put the new motor in, and as you see, as I'm wiring it up later on, or even if I don't even remember if I did catch it on video, but I tried wiring it up and it got really dark, and so I couldn't even see anymore. Yep, stuff happens like that. Anyway, hopefully you can enjoy the rest of this video, and you know, if you're liking it so far, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what you think, what I shouldn't have done, what I should have done. Let me know, and thank you for watching. Appreciate it.